गुड इवनिंग, सत श्री अकाल, नमस्कार, सलाम वालेकुम, आदाब। आप जहां कहीं भी हो, मैं क्रिस्टीना एवर्स, आपके होस्ट, आपके दोस्त, इस टीवी न्यूज चैनल वॉइस ऑफ मानवता में आपका तहे दिल से स्वागत करती हूँ। आज हमारे साथ जुड़ चुकी है एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन हस्ती, जिसके बारे में मैं जितना कहूँ उतना कम होगा, क्योंकि ये खुद में एक मिसाल है जो दुनिया के सामने आज मिसाल बनकर बैठी हुई है, और दुनिया को इसने मिसाल दिया हुआ है। तो सबसे पहले मैं आपको ये बताना चाहूंगी, वॉइस ऑफ मानवता टीवी न्यूज चैनल किसी की भी प्रॉपर्टी नहीं है। ये पब्लिक प्रॉपर्टी है। ये आपकी आवाज जनता तक लेके जाती है। ये आपकी जर्नी जो आप गुजर चुके हैं, जो आप अपनी जिंदगी में सह चुके हैं, सहन कर चुके हैं, आप यहाँ पे आके हमें बता सकते हैं और बहुत और लोगों को इंस्पायर कर सकते हैं। सो प्लीज रिमेंबर, दिस इज नॉट एनीवन्स personal property or personal channel. This belongs to the people of the world, the nation, and this is your TV news channel. So please support us as much as you can. Today I have a very, very special friend and a very dear guest, okay, who's a dear friend of mine, a special guest, a dear guest. So, in her own words, Avantika Gurung says, "Zindagi lambi nahi, badi honi chahiye." Avantika Gurung is 32 years old, a transgender who's come out open in the society from the city of joy where even I belong to. Striving to make her presence felt big and loud, professionally, Avantika works as a virtual merchandiser and a fashion stylist. So we got to learn a lot from Avantika about fashion, about merchandise, and how it works, how her journey has been so far. So Avantika, welcome to my show on Voice of Manavta.
Thank you, Christina, for having me here and having my presence being felt over here. As I said, I want to make it big, and I want to pronounce to the world that yes, we have arrived. Yes, we are here to spread love, and with tolerance, we want acceptance too.
I can't hear you, Avantika.
Uh,
Yeah, now it's better. Now I can.
Audible enough?
Yes, after tolerance and acceptance, we did not hear anything.
I did not say anything. I was waiting for you.
Yes, please continue.
So yes, as you said, I'm a visual merchandiser. I'm working as a fashion stylist and visual merchandiser as of now with GKD Optical, and have been a part of many organizations earlier too. And the journey, personally, I haven't had any setbacks or breakdowns to be lucky and fortunate enough. But yes, everyone's journey is not the same because everyone faces some or the other hurdles, obstacles. And though I had faced some, but I wouldn't say as great as others have faced it. So as I simply put, my journey was a very enriching and a fulfilling one. So I wouldn't say that I had to fight a lot, but yes, I had my share of obstacles and my share of trouble, which cannot be compared with others.
So, would you like to tell us, like, how did your journey begin? When did you realize that you are a woman who's been captured in a man's body? How did you, there's always a battle within yourself that you need to realize, okay, what exactly am I doing in this society? Who am I? When that battle comes within yourself, how do you find that? How did you realize this? And when was it that you took this decision?
Okay, so to simply put it, while we differentiate between man and woman, I simply don't understand the differences between a man and a woman, except your genitals. Okay, that also I would defy it. Your genitals do not define your characteristics. How do you behave? So, who decides what a man should do and what a woman should do? Only a woman, as a biological woman, she just has one gift from God, and that is to reproduce. Except that I do not feel there is any difference between a man and a woman. I agree. They have their set of work, they have their set of trouble. But who has set this set of work? Why can't a woman be a doctor also, and why can't a man be a housewife? A man can cook too, a woman can do anything. So who makes these differences? So as in within me, I never felt. Right now I feel when my parents or my friends say like I'm a very loud person. I'm a very outspoken, a very extrovert sort of a person. I do not know how to ride a bike, but I know how to cheer up a guy. So, as I said, there is no distinction between what a woman does, what a man does. Who says these rules? Who sets these rules? एक औरत गाली नहीं दे सकती पर एक मर्द भरपूर गालियां दे सकता है. क्यों? एक औरत सिगरेट नहीं पी सकती, मर्द पी सकता है. Why are these differences? So as I say, there are no differences between a man and a woman. And I personally had begun my journey uh, while I was 3 or 4, I would say. So there was a servant in my house who my nanny. She used to take care of me, and she was very fond of TV and those heroine wala songs, Bollywood songs and all. So she used to make me dance on all those songs while watching TV, and I would gladly do that without any inhibition. That time also I didn't have in my mind कि लड़का ऐसा नाचता है, लड़की ऐसी नाचती है. Later on, slowly, when I saw women wearing घूंघट, so that became a fascination for me. अच्छा औरत है तो घूंघट ओढ़ना पड़ता है. But before that, I had nothing. See, wow, how does a man behave and what does a woman behave like? So, certain changes got into me, and then I become a very introvert sort of person. I was the exact opposite of me, what you see while I was a guy. So, you would say, भैया लड़का ऐसा नहीं करता है. But that time I was a guy. And now you see me as a woman, and you would say, women do not behave in such a manner. So, these are the differences. I would say I had a 360-degree change only in my attire and in my look, but a 360-degree change again in my attitude and behavior. While I was a very introvert sort of a boy, male, now I'm a very extrovert sort of a female, quote unquote. So this is the difference. I do not see any difference between being a man and a woman. We set the rules, we decide what a man does, what a woman does. So as I again say, I had no uh, it became like a hurdle for me within myself, battle within myself कि भैया क्या करना चाहिए. Still now I fight that battle कि लड़कियां है तो चुप करके बैठी है या छेड़ू लड़कों को कि या छेड़ने के लिए वेट करूं. As a girl, I think कि should I go and approach a guy or should I wait? Like my mom said, किसी लड़के को अप्रोच नहीं करना, वो आके अप्रोच करेगा. But I have that thing in my mind, क्यों भैया मुझे पसंद है तो मैं जाके बोल दूं. So these are the things the society creates a barrier between a man and a woman. We need to understand that. As my personal journey says, I had to face these battles within, like how to behave. Still now I face those battles. As a girl, should I behave in a certain manner? And as everyone said, I'm not married yet. I do not have a boyfriend. I'm single yet. And the reason, as people say, that you're very loud, you're not serious about life.
This is for everyone out there. If you're watching, especially the guys, remember Avantika is single right now and she is ready to mingle. So if you're eligible enough, please send in your application.
But beware, I am a lot more hidden stuff. So that's what I said. While I am single and all, so while I ask my friends, what's the issue with me? Why am I single? Why do not guys approach me? So everyone says, you're very loud, you come out as a very extrovert sort of a personality whom guys cannot handle. They cannot take a girl like this in front of their mom. I'm still understanding in what way should I behave. Quiet, sober, composed, calm, or I behave in my certain way. I do not change my personality because, as I said, it's been a 360-degree change. I do not want to go back into my shell, which I was as an introvert person. So I do not know. If I go back into that, what would happen?
So no matter what you do, people will still talk. That is the society. But the question out here arises, who is the society? Today, if I see Sushmita Sen has fallen in love with Mr. Modi, okay, Lalit Modi, so the society is having a problem with that too. Oh my God, I thought she's a dignified lady. That I've seen posts almost every day. I see posts and all on social media, and there are real well-known people who comments on her saying that, Oh my god, I thought she's a sober lady. Oh my god, I thought she's elegant. How can she fall in love with Lalit Modi? Who are you? It's her life. Let her live in peace. Today, if she allows any one of you to fall in love with her, you will desperately or you will very much willingly go ahead and fall in love with her. So you would do the same thing, but why are we raising question on an individual, be it anyone? Why there are man, women, third gender? Why can't we just be all equal? Why are there differences? Who makes these differences? Who creates? Who is the society?
Who is the society? As again, I would say we are the society. Judging, everyone does judge. Since the time you're born, you will be judged till you're dead. Even after your death, people will judge you. बहुत अच्छा इंसान था, बहुत कमीना ठरकी था. So the judging will continue even after you die. So with all those judgments and all, I would say I am ready to take those judgments. It's how I present myself. See, जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. It's a very simple thing. As you present yourself, people will accept you in that manner only. If I present myself in a certain manner, people will accept me. As I said, though I'm loud, extrovert, and all and all and all, but wherever I've worked in companies like Vero Moda, Shopper Stop, Hometown, Calvin Klein, or JKB Optical, I've never faced obstacles. Instead, I would say my transition journey began with Vero Moda. So I had a very, I would say, very generous boss. I'll name him only Mr. Sandeep Sharma from Vero Moda. So once what had happened in Vero Moda, while I was working in the sales department, sales and VM were together. So what the VMs had to do, we had to take our own uniform. So like we had to wear throughout the day, or throughout the 7 days of the week while we were working, we only had to wear merchandise and apparel from our respective brand from Vero Moda. So for men, it was they had to take it from Jack and Jones, which is the sister concern, and for women, they used to wear from Vero Moda. So while I was working, I asked my boss, "Can I take something from Vero Moda and from Jack and Jones too as my uniform?" Then he said, "I'll give you one choice. Either you take the men's complete or the women's complete. And if you do not wear that, then I'm gonna revoke everything which I'm giving it to you. So if you're taking women's merchandise, you have to wear that every day." And thankfully, I had taken that, and then my transition journey began. So it was like how I presented myself in front of my boss. My boss was also like he was willing to allow me to wear all those in stores. So this is how it works. How it, and I'll put it again. I'm the only trans woman who has a passport, Indian passport, without having a surgery. So I haven't had my surgery yet, but I have a passport of a female at Avantika Gurung. So again, it's the way how I presented myself in the passport official. They were reluctant to give it to me. कि भैया तुम में तो कोई मर्दों वाली है नहीं. Again, मर्दों वाली I cannot say again. I cannot quote what a मर्दों वालों quality. But people do say मर्दों वाली quality, औरतों वाली quality. तुम में कोई मर्दों वाली चीज है नहीं तो हम तुम्हें मर्द के हिसाब से क्यों दे? So I am the only trans woman, I again say proudly, who got a passport, Indian passport, under the name of Avantika Gurung female, without having any surgery.
Wow, that's really wonderful. So, how was your journey? I even heard that you were a part of this NGO, okay, the one who supports LGBT plus community, Color Positive, and founder is Savio. Now, Savio also happens to be a very good friend of mine. He's already come on my show and spoke about his journey. His journey is also very inspiring. So, would you like to talk about your journey in Color Positive? How did this support you? Did you build or gain more confidence being there? And what are the positive things that you learned from Color Positive?
The first journey, the first pageant of my life, I would say, that taught me beauty lies within. The pageant which taught me that beauty doesn't mean only your exterior beauty. So I had also participated in Miss Trans Spain 2019, but prior to that, I was a part of Miss Color Positive. So I had won the pageant. Over there, I had learned that again. I said beauty is not only your exterior beauty. So they had many rounds, the question answers, and that gave me the confidence. कि भैया, it's not only your face or your body. as you see me right now, I'm a plumpy girl. I do not have that perfect figure, but I would say I have that perfect charm and attitude that I will kill you with my looks. And so this is what Savio had given me the confidence. Ki, nahi, you will do it and you can do it and you will win it. So that time also, I think I had won many hearts, and I'm thankful again to Color Positive. Because of that, I had even participated in this trans screen, and I was in the top 10 finale. I was in the top 10 of Miss Trans Screen, and top 5. I'm not sure enough was I or not, because you must have heard of Miss Trans Screen season where Miss Lakshmi and Dupati was a part of it. So it was a hotspot. So we have no idea about what was that. So again, those were two different pages, which one taught me beauty lies within, the other one taught me beauty lies within your figure. So as I say, beauty cannot be compared. So no one has the right to judge beauty.
I have been approached many a time. Please send in your pictures, send in your photographs, send in your photographs for Miss Trans Queen. And trust me, I just don't get time to send the pictures. So a lot of people, like if you know Nikki Chavla, okay, she's also a very, very good friend of mine. We have seen each other from the time like when she did not even have a surgery done. So I've known her since then. We used to go partying together in Delhi. So any such incident that happened with you, I'm sure like everyone's life is not always perfect. No matter who you are, what you are, there has to be something or the other. Have you ever encountered any incident being who you are, like you are comfortable in your own skin and that's what you want to be? So have you ever faced any discrimination anywhere or any incident that you think of which shook you as an individual?
Uh, I don't know whether this is correct or right. How should I put it? But I think so. My own community had discriminated me, and you must have heard of the incident in Calcutta in KT2. While they had a pop up, there was a huge fight between the trans community.
Yes, I did.
Uh, so it had all begun with me. So one of the trans people from our community itself, she tried to mishandle me, as in like she tried to kiss me, but I wasn't willing enough. So she tried to pull my hair, which she thought was a wig. Unfortunately, she couldn't, and she picked up a cake to smack it on my face. But again, one of my friends had just removed it, and that came back on her face, which had become a big embarrassment for her. And then the full hand fight had begun. So in that full case, the security, the even the police from outside had to intervene because they were behaving in a very rowdy manner, and I was taken out from the other gate. So that shook me like, is this my community? Should I fight and should I say that accept my community in this manner? Because that had brought a shame to me. Like, I being a part of the community, uh, and these things going out where the full people outside were looking at this in such a horrendous manner. They had literally defamed themselves. So yes, I would say my community had shook me and no one other. I was discriminated by my own community. And this is what I say when we talk about acceptance and tolerance. It doesn't only come from one side. You have to behave in certain manner. I do not say like you have to be a sadhu sant purush or a Brahma Kumari, but you have to maintain the standard of the society. Again, what the society means? Society means at large power. It means your surroundings. So what your surroundings expect you, it is not that much expectance to behave in a certain manner. They're not telling you like you be clad in full white sari and with full sleeve blouse and just say shy coy. But behave in a certain manner that you do not bring shame to the society. You do not have to show your genitals. That has become a huge setback for me. So after that, for 4 or 5 months, I hadn't visited the party. 3 4 months, but again, as I'm a very party enthusiastic person, after we finish this call, I'll again go to party tonight itself. So party is something for me. So again, I would say this one has shocked me, like given me a literal setback. What should I do? Should I be a part of the community or no? Then I thought, "Oh, भैया हमें तो change लाना है. We need to bring a change in this. We cannot behave like this in certain manner and say कि मुझे acceptance चाहिए. So that is the reason I started again mingling with each other, mingling with the group, and that's why people got to know me while I started working in Lalit. And that was again a changing point. This incident had happened in Lalit City too, Kolkata, and I was a part of Lalit in the same year working for Lalit. So I was like, that's a great achievement for me. So the same hotel, while I had been mishandled in such a manner, I was back then bringing some changes. So I had worked for Lalit for 2 years till 2021.
So this happens not just in Calcutta, but I think across, where
Across.
our own community at times behaves in a very rowdy manner, and that's how the people get an upper hand to misbehave with us. So
Hmm.
people have this misconception in today's world that, oh, okay, transgender, not in today's world only, but they had this all through their life. Oh, a trans woman, okay, what she might be doing? Oh, she might be standing at the signal, clapping and begging. Or she might be just going for a wedding or a baby shower, dancing out there and earning her bread and butter. But people like you and me, we have proved to this nation that yeah, we are independent, we are educated, we can work, and we can speak better English than any one of you out there. Okay, so we have done that. What is your message if you want to pass on a message to the society, to the world? What message would you like to pass on to them?
Um, to my community or to the whole society at large?
Entire society, including a community. Or if you want a separate message for the community, let there be a separate message for the community. But I'm talking about people in today's world. Like most of them,
Live and let live.
they flaunt on social media.
Live and
Oh,
let live.
I'm sorry.
Uh, the simple message would be live and let live, but different connotations again.
Yeah, absolutely. And to our community, if you want to pass on a message,
Same. The same thing, live and let live. So if you want to live, let live the others. Do not disturb there or hinder them. Like as you said, the community. When people think about our community, they think we are more as if like what she would be doing should be either like begging or clapping on the street and wanting money. Either she would be like going for a क्या कहते हैं, someone's birth or someone's marriage and all. So this is what live and let live. If you want to live, so let live other people too. Do not interfere into their life. Do not create a hindrance into them. Like there are many. Uh, again, I would say against the community again, though being from the community. So I've seen many in the trains. There have been many good incidents even when I see some coming in the train and begging for money, but in a very dignified manner. They do not clap and all. Simply they ask. If you give it to them, they go. While you're having food, they do not disturb you. So I have seen these many instances. But there are some who start of showing off their clothes, removing clothes, clapping in a loud manner. So that becomes like people consider कि भैया इन लोग तो ऐसे ही होते हैं. So no one sees us in a good light. As I said, uh, how many successful trans weddings have you seen? None, I guess so. Their families have accepted. This is the only reason because they think she'll behave in this manner. But no one sees that we behave in such a manner too. We have this side too. And even while uh, media houses, publications, and all, they would always print stories or they would make stories. Even your Savdhan India, while the Pride Month is going on, they will always show us in a bad light. Though if क्या कहते हैं, when you're showing LGBTQ character or anything, they'll always show us in a bad light, never in a good light. You must have seen the movie. Vani released this movie about the transgender. I'm forgetting the name. Chandigarh Kare Aashiki.
yeah, Chandigarh Kare Aashiki.
That had no meaning. I would say that did not throw a light on our community. That was like very vaguely touched upon a subject and it moved on. Whereas again, Badhai Do had created a lot of impact, which I would say personally, which I had personally seen. They got a change. They played with the mindset in a very good manner. talking about lavender marriages. So I would say media and publication should portray us in such light and not such bad light. When we talk about stories and all, you'll only take someone who is thrown out from the house, who is into sex work, who is being used. Why do not you take up stories who is a doctor, who is an engineer? Talk about them throughout the Pride Month.
Yeah, so very good that you've spoken about the Pride Month. Now, why do we celebrate Pride Month only once in a year? Okay, Pride Month. And that's when you see all these big MNCs, big companies, they come out and they change the logos. All of a sudden, it becomes into the rainbow color. But yet, when you go and approach these organizations for any sort of sponsors, even when Color Positive had their event, the fashion pageant, okay, when they approached, they did not get many. I mean, they did not get too many sponsors, or they did not get many organizations who wanted to or who were willing to help them. So, why do they just show it on social media that, yeah, we support you, and that even only in the month of June?
Sure. So, uh, again, I would say pink money. So they haven't understood the concept of pink money yet. Companies haven't yet. So I think so they should research more and understand. A lot of your money comes through us. Uh, Makeup products, I would say more than women, our community buys it. More than biological women, our community would buy makeup products in such shops. So you should have to understand makeup brands like Nika, like Sephora. You have to understand. You have to support us in these manners. In these matters, just we do not need your product. Instead, you can employ some of us in your company. Uh, there are many products like Senko Gold. If you must have heard of Rupu Trans, who is the first woman working in the jewelry industry, first trans woman working in the jewelry industry. So they have covered her story in the month of June, Pride month. So there should be companies like that. They should hire people. I would say like every company, MNC, when they do up the Pride month, they change their logos, colors. Instead, we should have 1% of your workforce from the community.
See, this is what I wanted to always say, that what happens is in the Pride Month or throughout the year, what people do is they support the LGBTQIA plus community on social media, on social platforms, but they would not support in person. When you approach them, oh, okay, yeah, so yeah, fine. I mean, yeah, it's nice, I support. But what happens when someone in their own house comes out in open? Would they support them? So why do we have such people who only supports the LGBT on social media, on different social platforms, and not in personal life? Have you ever
Uh,
been trolled on a social platform?
have I? I didn't get the question. Could you
Have you ever been trolled? Have you ever been questioned, or did someone, I mean, positive or negative way, like, did anyone like propose you on social media, or did anyone criticize you?
uh, propose as in like those indecent proposals? Never that. Like you understand, never the very decent gentlemanly proposal, but those indecent proposals, which began as a gentlemanly proposal, but later on lead on to those things. As I said again, uh, companies even when they portray us on social media, I think so in a way they do good. I agree. It's not helping our community wholeheartedly, but in a way it's good. We're at least getting exposure. So I would say uh, we have to wait for the changes for times to come. Uh, like Asia Free Foundation is doing it, the Lalit Group is doing it. Like there are many companies, UCB is doing it. So we have to wait for some changes. As I said, we need to even upgrade ourselves. We need to behave in a certain manner. We have to have those qualities the company might have. Why would the company hire you? So we have to give them those points. Like we cannot expect in even in retail lines. If you know that being a graduate is a must, even in retail. Sometimes some companies give a leeway to class 12 students too. So we have to understand these simple matters. Like we cannot like just blame the companies. We even have to upgrade ourselves, behave in a certain manner, acquire that knowledge, acquire that experience, acquire that education, and then we can apply for jobs, and then we can say whether or not they are helping us. On the cases of discrimination, personally, I would say I have never been discriminated from any job on the basis of my gender, so I cannot comment on that. Uh, but I have heard that there have been many cases just because you're a trans woman, you're not taken, or just because you're a gay musician, you're not hired. So personally, I would say I haven't faced those, so I cannot comment on those.
So, Avantika, we are almost towards the end of our conversation. It was lovely, like talking to you, getting you on board. Um, Anything that you can never forget? I mean, have you ever felt like giving up, but you just told yourself, no, I don't want to give up in life? Like what I do through my show most of the time, and every time rather, I try to pass on this message to the entire universe, to the entire world. Okay, let live in peace. Let live in harmony. Okay, let's always have positive attitude, even if you're having a downfall or even if you're going through bad days. That's okay. That's just part of life. It will be okay. I just try to inspire people that you should never give up. There's always someone somewhere who is willing to listen to you, who is willing to talk to you. Okay, there's a lot of people who give up. So it's like, how do we inspire? Like, I try to be inspiration all the time to whoever I meet. I try to carry this positive attitude. Okay, and that's one of the reasons my blood group is also be positive. So I do this even recently when I was invited for Color Positive event, the fashion pageant. I was there. I judged the event. Okay, and Savio is such a sweetheart. Suhani is such a humble person. Ganga, the brand ambassador, is such a lovely person. Bhakti is so sweet. All the contestants, everyone in Color Positive, they are so very supportive. Even the Lakme Academy, they came over, and they did the makeup and everything. I mean, it was so humbling. So there are people from different industry who comes and who understands, who supports the LGBTQIA plus community, and there are people who does not. But yet I do not discriminate. Today I do a lot of social work for the society, but I don't discriminate saying that, oh, I will help only the LGBTQIA plus community. No, I will never discriminate. I just go on doing for humanity. Because for me, humanity is the biggest religion on earth. For me, love is the biggest commandment. You give love, you get back love. If you do good, it always has a way of coming back. So karma plays a very important role in everyone's life. Okay, so I try to inspire people that when you are trying to do good for someone, something good will always happen with you, but you should never give up in life. You should always have that willingness to fight, because again I say there is someone somewhere waiting to listen to your story, your journey. So we can always inspire. So what is your take on this?
I express to impress. So I always express. So whenever you get a chance, I would say express it out to anyone in front of you, and that's how you impress people. And this has encouraged me a lot while I was hiding everything within me. Then I didn't have a chance. I had a blackout technically, and that's how my journey again for my transition began when my mom accepted me wholeheartedly. So while I was had lost my job because uh, I was concentrating more on my journey of my transitioning. So I said that मुझे job अब नहीं करना, I am not understanding anything. So I thought to take a break. So I had taken a break and I was pondering upon my journey and all. So at that time I had a blackout. I didn't tell anyone my family that why did I take a break. So I had a blackout suddenly one day when my father woke me up, I was like, ba ba boo boo, I was speaking in monosyllables. So later on, that once he left, I continued speaking in monosyllables. He wasn't able to understand anything, so he said, "Okay, I'll talk to you later on." So I dozed off again. So while I woke up, I know before dozing up, I was like, "Oh my God, have I lost my voice?" So I was trying to read something. So it was like, suppose voice of Manavta. I was reading voice of in this manner. So then later on, my mom called me up. So what's the matter? I heard you had a blackout and all. So let's visit a doctor. She is a nervous, means nerves ka problem she has. No. So she made me visit a family doctor who is into a nervous doctor who deals in nerves and all. So when I spoke to him, then he made my mom understand that she has a lot of things hidden within her. She wants to speak it out, but she's scared of it. Then my mom only raised the question: Is it about your transitioning? Speak it out now, and that triggered in me. Speak it out. Always say it out. Do not hide it. So that's how my journey began. If you hide it, it will remain within you. Just say it. इसलिए जब मेरी मॉम बोलती है do not approach guys, they will approach you. I say no, I will speak it out. I will go and tell it to the guy.
So yeah, great. Like it's amazing because what happens, when your parents accept you for who you are, your journey becomes 50% easy. I mean, it's gone, it's done. But the moment your family does not accept you, that's when the actual difficulty starts. So not
But
everyone is
again,
like, not
but
everyone.
again, it is
So yeah, I'm saying not everyone is as lucky as you are. Yes, tell me.
again, I would say this is the same thing, same reaction when everyone gives me. Like not everyone is lucky as you. So as I always say, it took me 23 years to accept myself as a trans woman. I had to give my parents time to accept me. And I had to stand on my legs. I started my journey, as I said, when I had started working. So before that, I had my share of trouble. My father had dropped wax on me because I was dressing up as a girl. So I had my share of trouble. It wasn't that they accepted me at one go. So I had played my bits and parts. I completed my education without raising any question on my uh, gender, and also I completed my education, my master's, my graduation without any questions. Then later on, this happened. They accepted me because they saw that she has the potential enough, so she can take up any job. So I would suggest my community people even concentrate your gender.
So
That
my
happens
only
slowly.
Yes, absolutely. So my only request is you should accept yourself, whoever you are, wherever you are. First, accept yourself. Agree. Come to the point where you agree of who you are. You are comfortable of who you are. Now, this is not only for the people of the LGBT community, but this is for the entire universe, for everyone staying in this world. If you feel that you can make your career, you are a singer, please accept yourself. Your skin color, your texture, complexion, religion, your body shape does not matter at all. The day you accept yourself, the day you come out the comfort zone and step into the uncomfortable zone, that is when the true change begins. That's when you have started to accept yourself. And once you accept yourself, trust me, you have enough of courage and strength to fight the entire universe. That's what I did as an individual. I had my share as well, from getting molested as a child, from being sexually abused as a child, but still I have just never given up in life. So, be it like staying without food in my stomach for nights and days, but still I continued my journey. Yes, it was indeed difficult. It is difficult for each one of us. When we talk about transition, it is difficult even if your parents accept you for who you are. The society still, we still have to fight for equality, even though the court permits, the court gives out verdicts and all. Okay, fine, we should accept. But yeah, dignity, respect. Why do we need to fight for these things? Why do we need to fight for equality in this world? This world can be more beautiful if we go on spreading love wherever we go, whoever we meet. The day we stop judging people for who they are, this world will become more beautiful. The day we
But I
stop,
don't,
the
but
day we
again, I
stop
would say,
passing it on, yeah, it will be beautiful.
but again,
Again,
I would say judging. Judging. About judging, that won't ever stop, and we cannot even expect because our human nature is such. Whenever see something beautiful, we always say it's beautiful. But when it's not beautiful, we should even have the courage to say it's not. I feel judging shouldn't ever stop. Okay, judging can be negative, can be positive. Criticism is required always, I would say. But it's how you criticize, how you judge. I wouldn't say we can stop judging, but yes, we can judge, but use it in a positive manner. If you're judging that person, do it for his betterment, just not to bring that person down. If you're criticizing someone, do it in a positive manner so that he brings a change or she brings a change within herself and gets out a better version of herself. So judging will happen. I still judge me. I say
absolutely.
you always judge me, but tell me the good.
My only saying is, if you cannot lift someone, please do not bring them down. You
Uh,
can say whatever. There are people, if you see someone is struggling, if you can't help that person, please don't put them down.
Right.
It's as simple as that. If someone is struggling, let them struggle in their life. They will come up on their own. But we are no one to put them down. Yeah, if you can help the person come up in life,
Do
please
it.
go ahead and do that. But let's not bring them down. So that is our story today. We had the beautiful, the stunning, the gorgeous Avantika Gurung with us on our show.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Avantika. A heartfelt thanks
Thank
to
you.
you. We would like to thank
Thank you.
everyone for supporting this show of ours, like Voice of Manavta TV news channel. We would like to thank Color Positive for always supporting Lions Club, for Kolkata Heroes, for Sendha Chula, and there are so many of them who keep supporting us. Avantika, you can share this video with your friends, and if you are okay, I can add you to a group where I've already interviewed these people. So out there you will find single mom, out there you will find Savio, out everyone who's appeared on my show, you will find them. You will find people like Sam Williams, who's the first fashion choreographer, a transgender choreographer. You would also find, first trans woman out there who's into movie industry, and she's a part of Six Pack Band. So many people. So I'll add you to that group. Okay. So whenever we have something, I'm also planning to. This is for my audience out there and for everyone. I am planning to come out with a book of mine where I would, in the first edition, I am going to add stories of 12 unique individuals, regardless of the gender, regardless of the race, regardless of the looks, but I will showcase their stories. I will come up with that book soon. I will get it published, I will post it, and I will bring a lot many more people on this platform with their journey to inspire you, to motivate you, to cheer you up. With lots of love and regards to Avantika and to everyone who supported us. Thank you so much, Avantika, for accepting my offer. Thank you so much for saying a yes. It took me a while to get connected to her because she was not responding to my messages initially. I have all the rights to tell this
Pardon
now.
me for that. Pardon me for that. I'm sorry.
Sure, like we are going to be very good friends in the near future because I see that. And Avantika, thank you so much. Lots of love and respect to you. And we'll connect soon. Let's catch up.
Sure, sure.
मेघराज जी, आप हैं क्या वहां पे? आ जाइए प्लीज, दर्शन दीजिए आपका. मेघराज सिंह, he'll be coming now and we'll end this call.
हाँ भाई,
सुप्रिया जी, आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
धन्यवाद, आपने इनको इनवाइट किया। और मैं इतना कहना चाहता हूँ कि जिंदगी में बहुत सारी कमियां हैं, बहुत सारे चलता रहता है। तो कहते हैं कि जितनी ठोकरें लगेंगी जिंदगी में उतनी मजबूती आएगी, और जो बेदृढ़ता से चलते जाएंगे वो आगे बढ़ते चले जाएंगे। तो मैं उम्मीद के साथ में कहता हूँ कि जिन्होंने मुसीबतें झेली हैं उनको सुख मिला है। बाकी जो वैसे हैं तो उनको कुछ नहीं मिलता। जिनको पुरुष को मिल जाता थाली में सुख, उनको कुछ का इसका एहसास नहीं होता। तो बाकी जो इंसान दुखों से निकलते हैं तो उनको सुख का एहसास होता है। थैंक यू जी, शुक्रिया।
Thank you so much. Alvida, Shukriya. Happy weekend to everyone. Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal. Thank you, Avantika.